Hey everybody, welcome back. We are getting ready to watch some Stranger Things. We're on season 4, episode 3. I don't know the name of it yet. Cat hair. It's starting to get sweaty season, which means cat hair is going to stick to the face. I'm excited to get into the next episode. I've got a limited amount of time with things, and so I'm just going to go ahead and get into the episode and go from there, see what's happening with everything and everyone and who's dying next and where the connection's going to be made and how is the, I know it starts with a V, Vecna. How is Vecna killing all these people? Like, is there a connection or is it just random? All that kind of stuff. So let's get into it. I thought I thought that black thing right there was hair. It's just a shadow. Hopefully it's loud enough. I had to turn it down because I realized I was yelling and not much was happening. Is this going to be Susie? A UFO? Oh, helicopter. It was an unidentified flying object there for a minute. Sam, now is he the Paul Reiser character? I don't have my contacts in. It looks like, I can't tell if it's Paul Reiser or not.
No signs of any
It
struggle.
is. Okay.
It's as if her attacker was a ghost.
Hi. Oh,
Does
how's
this
my
remind
breath
you of
smell?
anything, Doctor?
No, something is going on in that town that
It's a beautiful fireplace. I love the fireplace.
Dr. Brenner trained her for this very thing. Remote assassinations.
Ah, so now we know the purpose.
If I wanted to chat, Doctor, I would have picked up the damn phone.
I'm glad he's protecting her. I'm pretty sure he knows she's alive. Rummaging, trying to find clues of where 11 is. So that might explain why she's going by Jane now. So was Peter their son? Yep, he knows she's alive. I thought he did. So Paul Reiser's now part of the credits. And it didn't say special guest, did it? I'll have to check. Sean Levy. Is that Eugene Levy's son? Did she punch her instead? I can't remember. That was too long ago. It's been 2 weeks since I've watched. It's been driving me nuts.
But you ever wonder why the wheels aren't wood, man? Or metal? It's so people don't get hurt when they get schmacked. Yeah, because it happens more than you think, man. Stoners get attacks.
Stoners! Oh, that's right. She did take the roller skate and hit her right in the face with it.
Mom?
She's on a mission.
Well.
Hey, Murray.
Sight for sore eyes, huh?
Hi, Murray.
The kids like risotto?
Yeah.
Why don't I drop in and say hello to my old friends?
So sweet of you.
Sweet of you to let me stay.
And he cooks too.
And cleans. A regular little housewife.
You should just stay.
I'd be tempted, Joyce, except, you have...
That's where they're based, the Britannicus. Joan and Brian Britannica.
What's going on in Alaska? The Britannicas are there. The Britannicas?
She didn't know he was on drugs before.
I think I know what's wrong with them.
You know what? I'm not sure. Anyway, she looked like she's gonna be fine. She's totally fine.
She didn't look fine.
I sense tension. Is it the risotto? Everyone hates the risotto.
Absolutely not.
He's so
No, it's
astute.
incredible.
He didn't catch on to that sooner with all of his love astuteness.
I have no idea who he is.
Are they trying to symbolize that her distress is related to this world? That's a cool movie poster right there. Oh, with the red. Oh, that is too. Although I like the closer up on him. Gotta have the red in there though. Yeah.
We're gearing up.
Preparing for the hunt.
Oh, Lucas knows what that's like.
If you're not up to this, you can go home. There's no judgment. You gotta
Come
stick
on,
with what
Lucas,
works, all
go
right?
watch. Not go watch. Go find Dustin and
No.
who's helping
Steven.
Dustin? Robin, Steven. I thought they already found him there.
Brainstorming.
There's nothing to worry.
He's like, they're crazy. Had the cops find him. Pretty gross.
It was by the picnic table. Is that correct?
Ha! Her crew.
About yesterday or everything?
Or anything.
Nothing to say. I care for you so much.
If it doesn't matter, you wouldn't have reacted. So it does matter.
From Mike. From Mike. From Mike. From Mike. From.
Okay, 11, you're being ridiculous. What is this?
Well, and everybody writes differently. She's kind of putting him into this category of somebody who needs to write love or something comparable in his letters, and that might not be him. He might not be that kind of person. So he shows love in other ways by writing her and all that. I mean, if he didn't love her, he wouldn't write her. Now, in love, that's a whole nother question, but I'm going through that right now with my family, though. Part of my family. I'm being told by my mom and my sister that I'm not sisterly enough to my sister. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? I'm not a touchy-feely person. I'm not a warm, fuzzy person, all this kind of stuff. I I don't talk on the phone for hours about nothing, so what do you want me to do? So Elle is trying to become what everybody expects her to be rather than herself. And she's kind of lost who herself is. I'm the opposite. I tend to do everything nobody wants. So and maybe I should comply a little bit more. But she's also putting his expectations on Mike. Well, if you're in love, you should be writing Love Mike. And that's not necessarily true. I don't like it when people put those expectations on others when it's not really who they are as a person type of thing. And the only time we've heard him say he loves Elle is when he yelled it to the group because they were pressuring him and he was pressuring them, and Max and Elle were in the bathroom and he yelled, because I love her. I think that's the only time we've heard him say it, right? Even though we all knew it. I can't remember.
Happened last night involving Jane at the Rinko Mania.
That was an accident.
They're pressing charges.
That says otherwise. A warrant?
Uh-oh. So how are they going to get her out of this? We don't have cell phones yet. So do they even know who to call once they're off the plane? Joyce's hair is looking much better, though. I must say I like it much better.
Junk food, smoke some ganja, pound some beers, experiment sexually. I mean, really?
He's not helping.
Ma'am.
Buckle up.
Thought she was going to say she had a phone call.
Like, this is really gonna save me if we crash.
You never know. There are some people who survive downed airplanes. I think the safest seats are in front of the bathrooms, or in front of the back area there, where the food and stuff is. Ah, the scene we know. So we're getting Hopper now. Well, railway rails. Can't say that fast. It's a winter version of Blazing Saddles. I get a kick out of champagne. He's learned the swear words.
Pissed off.
Right, so he's a criminal. Well, of course. Who else do you want to do this job?
Very pretty. Feisty, too. I like that.
Feisty, I can believe. They're starting to put things together. The shrink, it's really the school counselor, is not going to tell them anything.
I don't have a
license.
Why don't you have a license?
I'm poor. I can drive.
No, never.
That's
No chance.
You think we need you to protect us?
a nice callback. Are they gonna let Eddie know what's going on? Uh-oh. This is Eddie's place, right? So it's kind of seeping through. Seeping through in the same place that Chrissy was. I liked the other shot better. Are we pulling some Professor X stuff?
Show's not till next week.
A true garage band.
We're looking for Eddie Munson.
Not cool. Definitely not cool. Lucas, you need to find better friends. Nobody told her about not talking to anybody. But I wonder if they'll bring up the fact that there's not a parent there or a legal guardian there. So she didn't know to not talk.
I don't know.
I do think the parents have to be informed first if they're a minor or legal guardians. That might be how they get her off.
Okay, yes, you want to see Jane? Find your mother.
Thank you.
They shouldn't have been interrogating without a parent or legal guardian. This was in the trailer. I've been lucky on planes for the most part. The only uncomfortable thing I've had on an airplane is the guy beside me. I guarantee you he had an alcohol problem. He was sweating alcohol like you wouldn't believe. He was asleep. And we were stalled for some reason. We were waiting for the plane to take off, and the ice was melting in the coolers, and so they were handing out beer. Like, the lady looked at me and she said, "You want a beer?" And I said, "No." And she could smell it on him, and she said, "Should we offer him one?" I said, "No, let him sleep." But then there was a kid across the aisle from me. He's like, "I'll take one." She didn't even bat an eyelid. I guarantee you he is under 21. And she gave him the beer. I was like, well, have at it. But I haven't had to worry about anybody sleeping on me or crushing me or anything like that. Slop. Looks like potato soup. Poor man's version of potato soup. I don't get it. He's not going to break Hop's leg, is he? Oh. Have him hit the ankle there with one of the sledgehammers. He sure is desperate, isn't he? You getting that watermelon juice off my forearms?
Escape from Penrith Asylum, and that you were gonna wow us with later. But this is like really, truly a shot in the dark. Like we are snipers.
But we know there is a connection.
Spun around 50 times.
So Nancy's kind of right.
You don't know me very well. I don't really have a filter or a strong grasp of social cues. Okay, got it. All right, ladies. Have fun.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
How did she know where the counselor lived?
So,
that was funny, Dustin.
we're gonna talk about
It took me a second, but it was funny.
I was just trying to protect a friend. A friend, Henderson. Okay, I'll punch you so hard in your face that your teeth will fall back out.
Oh.
Are we going to have Steve and Nancy get back together?
You're right.
Gotta be sneakier.
Totally have this under control.
Sure. Up the stairs to the left.
Thanks.
What does she think she'll find? Is she going to sneak in later? Not silent at all. Lucas left, right?
I know where Eddie's hiding.
I don't think he's going to tell it. I think he trusts Dustin and Max. It's kind of pretty. The sky part. Her powers are connected to her emotions. Is that Paul Reiser? Ah, it's the shop. I forget what they're called on this show. It's the bad people. So that's how we get the buzz-haired 11 that was in the trailers. They're going to take her back to the lab. But he's not a... I thought he wasn't full-on bad guy. I thought he was trying to protect her. Back to Russia? So did the guy not do the hitting right? Ouch. Oh, so that he can bend his ankle to slide it through. Got it. Oh, Hop, you're desperate. I haven't used, I can't remember what the film's called. Not Fish, but Fish is all I can think of. Last time I used one was back in college.
Steve and I are just friends. Like platonic with a capital P.
Tell her, Robin.
That we are looking for information on dark wizards. If someone's gonna write about that, it's gonna be these weirdos.
That's true. Fleisch? Is it Fleisch film?
The murder that shocked a small community.
Where did Lucas take them? So he's taking them into the woods. Where at in the woods? Where? And how's he going to get away from them to meet the rest of the gang at the school? I saw the building.
Nothing could happen here. And what was it, a roller skate or something?
To be honest with you, kid,
I wish it was. This is wrapping up the end of this episode. You can hear the build. Where did Lucas take them? Now he's making his escape. How's Hop going to get out of there? He's got the shackle off, but how?
there was a way
To get him back?
to bring them back.
She's got to go back to the lab.
In Hawkins, are they in danger?
Yep.
I'm afraid your friends at Hawkins are very much
Can I see Fred's file?
in the eye of the storm.
Difficulty concentrating, headaches. And we saw the one guy, the one basketball player had a headache too.
They're not the only ones in danger.
He just called for her. Is she going to be able to get a message to the gang to let them know that she's going to go on the mission? Credits. Oh, nope. Okay. Oh, this is Max's turn to get attacked. But we know she doesn't crumple up before she gets to the graveyard. But she keeps seeing the clock. Are we going to have a jump scare? Now, did she see that? Or was that just for our eyes? Letting us know that he's pulling her in. Neighbors are partying. Hopefully it's not coming through on the sound. A little bit of sound's coming through. I don't know if it's loud enough for you guys to hear it though. Hi! Are you being silly? Hi! We're finding out a little bit more. So Victor may have been one of the first victims, or at least for this storyline, the first victim. We don't know if there have been attacks before this even. The underworld, I forget what they call it. The underground. Upside down, the upside down. I knew there was more words to it. It may not be necessarily coming about because of 11. It may have existed before 11. And this is part of her destiny, is to combat it. If she was supposed to be an assassin, they didn't say an assassin for what. So it could be an assassin against demons and aliens and all that kind of stuff. My question is, how is, I forget his name, but Paul Reiser going to help her get her powers back? Does this mean traumatizing her? Because, if we look at the comic book world, the traumatization is what brings on the mutant powers, or Deadpool's powers, or the Hulk, along with some chemical influence. So I'm curious as to how he's going to bring them back. We haven't heard anything about 8 or any of the other kids. In that first episode, they showed all the kids that were there dead, but we know 8 was alive, so don't know. Are you back? Everybody's back. Lucas is running for his life away from his cruel teammates. I can't do my review this way. You're in my way. Just push your body. Just push your body against me. At least Jonathan sobered up a little bit, so that's good. Um, he wasn't high the entire episode, so that's good. And I'm surprised Joyce couldn't figure it out. Although his not hearing and delayed reaction seemed a little over exaggerated, but not too far off from a stoner. At least my experience with my friends. I've got watermelon juice on my arm and she keeps licking it. Joyce and Murray are on their way to give this money to this pilot, but Hopper doesn't trust the pilot. So it seems like he's doing his backup plan, whatever that backup plan is going to be. He broke his ankle so that he could get the shackle off his foot, but how is he going to still escape? He's still got to get through the guards, through all the locked doors and all that kind of stuff. And he's not, what's his name? What was his name in Black Widow? All I can think of is the red, and I can't finish it. And that wasn't the name they used in Black Widow. So I don't know what his backup plan is, but I don't know how it's going to work. Nancy and Robin have found clues. Jonathan, Mike, and Will were all trying to work on getting 11 free. The people showed up in their driveway, so I imagine the people are going to let them know that they have Al. I don't think they're going to take him back to the lab also. I don't know what Elle's conditions would have been. I don't know if she would have said bring them too or not. We need to get everybody into the same state at some point anyhow. So they may take them back with them as part of Elle's conditions to help. Yeah, and that's all I can think of to ramble on about and go from there. So thank you for joining me on this one, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. You gonna say bye?